Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is bruschetta chicken. Now, this recipe is really easy, low carb, keto friendly, and high in protein, full of delicious vitamins. There are two parts to this recipe. One, we're gonna be cooking the chicken, which is super easy, just searing it on a pan. We're gonna do that after this first step because the first thing we're gonna work on is our bruschetta to let it marinate while our chicken cooks. Now, bruschetta is super duper easy. It is just basil, tomato, mozzarella, olive oil, and some balsamic vinegar. So let's jump right in. First thing we're gonna do is we are going to dice up our tomato. Now I have a tomato here. You can use whatever kind of tomato you want. You can use Roma, heirloom. This is tomato on the vine, whichever kind you want, whichever kind you can get your hands on. That's the one that you're gonna use. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this in half, and we're going to cut out this middle piece. Now, if you have one of those choppers that I've used in other videos, the vegetable chopper, you can do the medium dice, but this is how you can do it if you don't have that device at home. I'm going to slice like this through the tomato, and I take off this top just to make it easier to cut. We're going to slice down this way. And then you're gonna turn it and dice this way. That way you get nice, even diced pieces. Also for this, you wanna make sure that you're using a nice sharp knife. If you're interested in purchasing this knife that I'm using, I've linked it down in the Amazon links in the description below. It's by the company Global. I'm not sponsored, but they have really nice knives. I think it's worth it if you're gonna be someone who loves to cook, who wants to dice your own vegetables. To get a good knife, you really just need one really good knife. You don't need multiple, you don't need a whole set. I like to just have my chef's knife, a paring knife, and a bread knife. That's honestly the three that you're gonna probably use the most. We're gonna do the same thing with this other half. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and also like this video while you're at it. Also, if you all aren't following me on social media already, make sure to follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram and TikTok. Same name, Leah's Paladar, for both social medias. Next thing we're going to do is we are gonna put our basil in with our tomatoes. I'm just taking the leaves off of the stems. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna roll it like this. Just makes it easier to cut. And we are going to slice pieces that are about 1/2 inch in width. You're gonna take that basil and throw it in with the tomatoes. Last thing, we're gonna cut up some mozzarella. I'm gonna take the mozzarella and also dice it into cubes. The final steps of the bruschetta, I'm gonna take some olive oil, this is extra virgin olive oil, put in about 1 to 2 tablespoons. Next, you're gonna need some balsamic vinegar. Now, you can use the one without the spray, but I like the spray top because it lets you control how much balsamic vinegar you're adding. Balsamic vinegar does have carbs, so you wanna not go too crazy, but I still love that flavor that it adds. So we're gonna add a couple sprays. 5 sprays, or about like 1/2 of a teaspoon. If you wanna add more, just depends on how many carbs you're willing to have in the day. I'm also going to add in a little bit of salt, just a dash, and some black pepper. Let's mix this all together. I also feel that when you're using this spray balsamic, it sort of like goes into whatever you're making a little bit easier. Sometimes when you're just using the loose balsamic vinegar, it sinks all the way to the bottom and it doesn't mix as well, but the spray really evenly distributes it on whatever you're making. Next, we're ready to prep our chicken. I have a chicken breast. I am gonna pat it dry. And after you've patted it dry, you're gonna take some olive oil and put just a little bit on top. We're going to rub the olive oil into the chicken on both sides. We're now ready to add our seasonings. I'm gonna add some black pepper, salt, and some Italian seasoning. If you don't have Italian seasoning, you can also just use like basil, oregano, paprika, stuff like that. Really, you can make this whatever you want. If you just want to do salt and pepper, you can just do salt and pepper as well. Gonna add a little bit Italian seasoning on the other side. And now we're ready to cook this on the pan. Let's get our pan nice and hot. I'm gonna be using a steel pan to cook the chicken, but really you can cook on a non-stick iron skillet, whatever you have at home, that's what you can use. I'm gonna put some olive oil on my steel pan, and I have it on like a medium low heat. Make sure the olive oil is covering the bottom of the pan, and our chicken is ready to go on. I'm gonna put it down facing away from me. I'm gonna use this to cover my pan. It is a splash screen. If you're interested in purchasing this one, I've linked it in my Amazon links down in the description below. We're gonna flip our chicken after about 1 to 2 minutes of cooking and cook it on the other side. You're just gonna cook your chicken about a minute on each side. You're gonna check the temperature with a meat thermometer to make sure that it's cooked on the inside. But basically, if you cooked 1 minute per side and do that twice, it should be good to go. We are ready to plate. Our chicken looks perfect, seared nicely on both sides. I'm gonna take some balsamic vinegar again, and we are just going to spray the top just to add a little bit of extra balsamic hint. And what you're going to do is now with your nicely marinated bruschetta, you're just going to set it right on top of the chicken. Now, of course, you don't have to serve it like this. You can serve it on the side, but I think it's really nice when you cut into the chicken with every bite to get some bruschetta. Just add some of that on top. And now we're ready to dig in. Let's get a nice bite right here. Perfectly cooked chicken, nice and juicy. Can't wait to dig in. Cheers. So refreshing and delicious. This is a really great recipe for the springtime, summertime, nice and light chicken, Italian flair with that delicious bruschetta on top. I can't wait for you guys to try this one. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell to never miss a tasty upload. Till next time.